Families matter for every civilization. Why? There can be no great countries without great families. Our culture is steeped with feminism. It teaches young boys and girls that they are motivated by much the same things and want much the same things. The feminist ethic of careerism and easy sex is a recipe for national disaster. It has led to many men without purpose in their lives, and just as many women who are friendless, unhappy, and without purpose. Our independent women seek their purpose in life in mid-level bureaucratic jobs like human resource management, environmental protection, and marketing. They are more medicated, meddlesome, and quarrelsome than women need to be. Without connections to eternity delivered through their family, such medicated, quarrelsome, and meddlesome women gain their meaning through the seeming participation in the global project. They are agents of the new world, but not new life. More and more women, every generation, delay marriage and increasingly forego marriage. As women delay and forego marriage, they're increasingly likely to delay and forego having children. When women forego marriage and decline to have children, men are not called forth to the duties of fatherhood, for instance. And when men are not called forth to duties of fatherhood, they are hardly called forth to any duties at all. Conservatives have generally accepted the feminist moral high ground, either out of fear of running afoul of the feminist overlords in the country, or out of conviction. We need to stop looking at every boy and girl as a future worker or a future achiever, and start thinking of them as future husbands and fathers and future wives and mothers. If we want a great nation, we should be preparing young women to become mothers, not finding every reason for young women to delay motherhood until they are established in a career or sufficiently independent. We lie to young women when we tell them that it is easy to become pregnant whenever one wants in life. Never does anyone say to the young women that the peak period for pregnancy is between the late teens and the late 20s. Every effort must be made not to recruit women into engineering, but rather to recruit and demand more of men who become engineers. Ditto for med school and the law and every trade. Young men must be respectable and responsible to inspire young women to be secure with feminine goals of homemaking and having children. But the problem is much deeper than all of this. Male achievement in our country is not celebrated. As Americans in 2021, the so-called independent and empowered woman has become one of our most sacred values. But what is she independent of? In what way is she truly empowered? What a feminist means by that is, this woman is independent of the family. She is empowered because her identity is career-based. Are we even allowed to ask if it's worked out for her? Sure, the weakening of the family has been good for some, but for others it has brought addiction, suicide, misery, crime, pain, and purposelessness. Many polls show that women get unhappier with advances of feminism, and that comes out in our tragically high rates of medication among young girls. And what do feminists do? They deflect blame and encourage women to be angry, to be meddlesome and quarrelsome. We should build a country where young girls are encouraged to be mothers and wives, as well as enjoying fulfilling jobs if they choose. We should elevate the importance of family life for both men and women in America.